Please join me in the pledge to the American flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Being satisfied that all members of council are present, we will waive the roll call. We don't have any reason for an executive session. We'll go into the minutes as you have them printed in front of you. So I want a motion to accept the minutes.
Yeah, that motion?
And a second. No second. Discussion, if any, on the minutes? Roll call vote.
Rebecca? Yes. Mary Lou?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Diane? Yes. David?
Yes.
We had scheduled a lady to come in and talk to us about the drug problems in the county, but she's not available tonight. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Go from there.
She's in drug rehab.
All right, John, we'll move right on into the village administrator's report, and you're ready.
All right, thanks, sir. Couple items of note, just wastewater treatment. We're continuing to work on the list of repairs at the waste plant. We started to transfer the biosolid pile to Swaco today. We're hoping we can get it about 16 to 20 truckloads, somewhere around 60 tons to 100 tons. We should be done by the end of the week, we're hoping. WD Farms has moved some of the liquids out of the EQ tank up to London to clear that buildup. And we should have, I'm hoping to have most of the problems and items corrected toward the end of the month. We found a couple pieces in the screw today that there's a little thermal pin that adjusts some of the process or monitors some of the process. Well, two of those broke off just from time. They're just little things about the size of my pencil, and they rusted off and broke. So we're trying to overnight a couple of those from Washington, from FKC, where those come from. We'll get that rolling here again soon. Current water plant, continue the mechanical water meter change out. You might note that second bullet there. October's water bill as a comparison between billed gallons and produced gallons, finished gallons. October we billed 83% for 28% non-revenue water. And in November it jumped to 83% billed for 17% non-revenue water. So that will continue to tweak a little bit the last few meters as we adjust them. Should make some difference. We have one large industrial meter we have to fix. It's pretty much just given up the ghost and died. So we're going to get in that area pretty soon and put that plant back, or that meter back in, so we should have that running again soon. So that's an improvement. We're getting better. The billed water is trending upward, and the non-revenue water is trending downward. That's kind of what you want. So I was quite amazed at the 17%. So I'm glad we're getting a little better handle on it. Storm drain and streets. Still waiting on the final engineering on Cliffview for those repairs from IBI. Those aren't quite critical yet. We'll hope to have those over the winter and then get those bidded out so that the construction on that road repair can be done in the spring. And then on the Crawford ditch, we're meeting Wednesday with the engineers to finalize the plan and get that rolling, so we get that started and get finished up before we get to the spring monsoon. And you'll find a few small items going on at Mason Park. The vaults for the 3 wells out there are finishing up. We'll start backfilling those shortly and rehabbing some of the turf. There will be some concrete poured for the dugouts and batting cages and some of the other stuff. We'll wait till spring until we get all the land, everything rehabbed to get back in there. So moving along on those. Pending questions, that's all I have.
Any questions that we might want to ask
John, how's the water meters? Are we getting pretty close to getting them all around the people that need them?
We got about 100 and some left to change, of which 80 or so don't work at all, and we're still working on those. And our delinquent water bills are significantly down. Changing our billing practices with respect to getting these bills to landowners, owners of rental areas. That's helped a lot. And then folks are coming in and paying on a regular basis. It's working out pretty well, so I think we're tracking along on that point. Okay, thank you.
All right, Zach? Sheriff's Department?
I have no report, man.
Mark?
I have no report.
Bonnie? Nothing? We're moving right along. We're encompassing a lot. Finance, Mary Lou, I'm sure there's something there.
As always, yes, we're going to vote tonight on the payment listing, and everything again has been checked. And again, it's always great to meet with Cindy, and any questions that arise from any of us, she's always right there to help us out. What she doesn't know, John and Lowell can figure it out usually. So anyway, we still have no finance committee meeting set for the future, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But unless there are any questions or any problems, I'd like for someone to make a motion to pay the bills.
Have a motion to pay the bills and second by David. Discussion of the bills, Van Manning?
I just had a couple quick questions. What is, the Mallow clothing and footwear, $134? That's something I'm
I
not.
think that's clothing, isn't it? It's for the village workers in their.
It's employee clothing within their clothing allowance.
Within their clothing
There are
allowance.
two places we go.
They carry like insulated coats and boots and everything. It used to be a hunting store, so they carry all that kind of stuff. Keep your feet warm.
So we pay for their,
Yes, ma'am, they get a clothing allowance every year to keep up their shirts and pants and all the stuff that they destroy working for us. And then in the wintertime, you'll see a little influx of Mallows because they'll pick up some insulated sweatshirts and boots like that to keep warm.
and then I just had a quick question. I've seen this before, but I forgot to ask. Egg Harbor, $842. What is Egg Harbor?
It's not a chicken farm.
Well, it just, kind of just jumped out at me.
Egg Harbor is a company out of Kentucky that runs, or that manages a lot of the SCADA systems and a lot of the sensory systems all around the county in the water and waste treatment plants. They specialize in all the equipment that monitors those processes. What we've bought from them is two flow meters and transmission devices that measure our output at the end of our fluids that go into the Deer Creek after they're treated. We have to monitor those, and that flow meter went bad, and there was some wiring in one of the mechanical rooms, and they specialize in that, so they come up. When they're in the area, we use them to fix up any of the discrepancies we have there. They're just a electronics company and specialize in all those systems, so they have a weird name. That kind of threw me off too when I first saw them.
Like, I'm thinking, very expensive eggs.
Yeah, right, yeah, they're organic, so they're a
Yeah,
little
they're
more
organic,
pricey.
well,
Yeah,
good,
so,
it's
yeah.
always,
Yeah.
so is this an ongoing expense?
Just when we need them. We've had
Because
some
I've seen that
issues.
before.
Right, we had them in to fix a couple things in the electronics room, or a couple of transmission and junction boxes that had gone bad. And when they came in, they found some wiring problems and corrected those, so our systems will start working better together. And then the flow meter and the Doppler device. The Doppler device is a little radar that hangs over top of the water at the end of the flow. And if the water gets too high, it sends a signal over to a system and lets us know that we're having too much flow. So it's just a little radar unit. It went bad. So they had to
The
put
other
that
quick
back in.
question is just, and I don't want to belabor things, but the wrap's true value for 1,071, is that just for 1 month? Is that just for November?
Which
Yeah,
one are you
would have been
on?
November, yes.
The $1,071 to wraps, that was.
Right, we had a couple of tool things that we needed to do. There's a bunch of hardware we had to pick up. We were fixing up a lot of the snow equipment. So in the fall, I think you'll see a lot of that. We have to buy a lot of nuts and bolts and scrapers and things like that to get the equipment ready. Bearings, steel, all that kind of stuff, wires, to get all the snow equipment ready to go. So we had some painting that we did on the dump truck We had a bunch more of equipment, we had the Kubotas and everything to get all the equipment ready for winter, so there was a little spike in it. I thought that was a little spiky myself, but it was all stuff that they come in and say, hey, I need this, I need that, and I said, well, yeah, we gotta get it ready for winter, so. That was a rehab of a lot of equipment to get ready for winter time.
And we had also decided in the finance committee with John, with Lowell, and Rebecca and David, that when things could be purchased from Wraps, they would be, rather than go to Dwyer's.
Right.
Why not shop in your own town?
We buy local in Napa and Reigerman's and Wraps, so.
Green. All the merchants.
Yeah, all of those things that we can buy local, we definitely wanna buy local.
But the Egg Harbor is not a local.
No, but they're the only ones that do that work, and we did look around, and Tom Taylor, our waste 2 licensee, he's our waste 3 or 4, but anyway, he's our consultant that does that, and he uses them for everybody throughout the county.
Yes.
So,
And another thing I'd like to bring up very quickly as far as finance committee is concerned, John, for the audience, John gives very detailed, very deep descriptions when we have questions, and Egg Harbor was a question almost from the start, which is what makes the committee so viable, because we know now.
right,
And then we have to trust that Jim and Diane believe that we've listened to it and we know what it is.
right.
And that it's okay that it be here. So anyway, to those of you out there, committees are wonderful because it saves us having to belabor, not going to use that word, but information that we're already privy to for the most part. And that's how we make our recommendations. And thanks, John, because you always do. You always have whatever we need.
I know he's been a lot of help to me when I be signing bills
Oh,
or something I don't
absolutely.
understand. I can walk his office and he'll fill you in.
Absolutely.
And this is also based on detailed invoices that we review as well.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor to pay the bills, and it's been seconded. Roll call vote.
Mary Lou?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Diane?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes,
Also, one more, report, the RITA report of income tax receipts, and I think all of you should have this report in your hands.
Yes.
Year to date, in 2016, $672,000 plus compared to 2015, $572,000 plus, $100,000 more, or 17% increase this year compared to last year. That's very good, and I want to point that out to you. Do you have any questions on that? Okay, Mary Lou, do you have anything else?
Just, John, are you gonna need a finance committee meeting soon, or?
Probably won't need one before January.
Okay.
Got a couple things in January, we got a couple ordinances we wanna look at,
Okay.
and maybe a couple other items that might pop up. I think
Now-
we're good till January.
Would you rather have just committee meeting, or would you want workshop? I mean, is it gonna be detailed like we?
I think committee meeting will probably do it, it won't be
Okay.
that heavy. Things are kind of evening out a little bit, and slowing down some, so
Okay.
the heavy lifting pretty much occurred a lot in 2016, 2017 is a little better.
Okay.
I might have to go on vacation or something.
Thank you.
That is, anything else for finance? Okay, we're moving along to, I think you've had a water, wastewater, and the streets. Any more on that? Parks and Rec? Oh, on the festival. You have anything to report?
on the festival.
We're done. We did have a very nice weekend, last weekend,
Yes.
the weekend of the 3rd.
Yeah, it actually, we had, what we're trying to do is just bring together events for the community to enjoy the whole weekend. We call it the whole weekend Christmas in the Village. It was something that the chamber brought back with the tree lighting, And the whole idea was just to help bring the spirit of Christmas back to the village. So we had a wonderful tree lighting ceremony Friday night. We had people in here selling baked goods, a lot of the churches and things like that. Saturday, I heard it was a very successful breakfast with Santa, which is it's a main fundraiser for the Mount Sterling Eagles Youth League, and it was greatly supported. There was also, I believe, a 5K walk, run, and an ugly sweater contest. Then in the afternoon, we have 4 stores here in town. 2 just opened up recently, but it's Christmas and More and the Bittersweet Home Decor, Little Shop of London, and the Village Homestead. They created something called the Merry Market. And what was wonderful was to see all the people in town. They had open houses and specials. That went on all Saturday afternoon. Plus they had different vendors and things here in Town Hall. And then Saturday night, they started something called the Parade of Lights. And I thought it was wonderful. I don't know how many people saw it. But the whole idea was just get a parade, get people to put lights on their trucks and things like that. It was really nice, so we hope to make that an annual tradition. And then, of course, Sunday is the Christmas in the Village celebration at the community center. And they always do a wonderful job with that. So it's always going to be the first weekend in December.
It was a lot of fun though, too. I got to do the countdown. Jack said even his microphone shook. If everybody's a kid at heart when that tree gets lighted up. There's something about that. And it just made me so excited counting with them with the red nose, so it's a lot of fun.
And Santa coming in on the fire truck and
Okay. Tri-County Fire Department report.
We had a meeting November 30th. Their meeting's getting a little short, they don't have a whole lot going on right now. They approved the minutes from the meeting in October, they paid the bills, discussed the remodeling, which hopefully will be done by the end of the year, and they terminated the firemen.
Okay, questions? Okay. Sterling Joint Ambulance District.
Next meeting is tomorrow, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. And thanks to the mayor for reminding me that I didn't have to go last week. Thank you. They just took my blood pressure, let me go home.
Well, we're moving right along. Be soon. Pleasant Township.
We had a meeting December the 5th. They approved the minutes, paid the bills and warrants, and they discussed the upcoming convention in January.
All right, so they've already met for this month.
They'll meet one more time.
Oh, they meet one more, okay. Any questions? Our next ordinance, 2016-39. An ordinance amending section 801.22 of the codified ordinances of the Village of Mount Sterling regarding sewer use regulations. And this is the ordinance you have in front of you. And we have to upgrade these sewer discharge rates based upon new scientific information and research. And we have to do these. And this is the ordinance 2016-39. I would like to leave that as a clause in there so that we can take care of it in this one evening. Otherwise, we go through 3 readings. And the definition of emergency is not calling the squad to come and service this ordinance. And I explain that every time because people think because we enact this as an ordinance, it's an emergency. It is not an emergency as you see the word emergency. This is to put this ordinance into law or effect as ASAP. We don't have to wait on 3 readings. Therefore, for this ordinance, 2016-39, I would like to suspend the rules with a motion to suspend the rules so we can place this ordinance on 3 readings tonight, pass it.
So moved.
We have a motion by Mary Lou to suspend the rules on ordinance 2016-39.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call vote.
Jim,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
yes,
Mary Lou.
Yes.
All right, we have suspended the rules. Now, I want to, a motion to place ordinance number 2016-39 on first, second, third, and final readings. We can do that because we suspended the rules. I want a motion to do that.
I'll make that motion.
Rebecca made the motion, I need a second.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call vote.
Diane? David?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes?
Mary Lou?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
This ordinance has been approved to form, is that correct?
That's correct.
So now we want to adopt ordinance 2016-39. We've run it through all three readings in one shot. Now we are placing this ordinance for adoption.
I'll give you a motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call vote on adopting this ordinance.
David?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes?
Mary Lou?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Diane?
Yes.
So with that done, we've saved time and effort. It has to be done, and we did it and puts it in effect so John can take care of that with the Ohio EPA. They have approved everything we put in it, and they have gone with the concentrations, milliliters, and so forth. So they've done that. Roll, roundtable with council members.
I'd like to bring up, we lost a legend when John Glenn passed away. He was a pioneer in space and a great politician, and Ohio's been so lucky to have John Glenn and Neil Armstrong, pioneers in the space program. And I will remember our teacher took us down to the auditorium. He was in the second grade, and the first thing announced him orbiting the Earth. And my eyes got big because at that time, the only thing I thought was spaceman in comic books, and he was really doing this. So he was a great man.
Thank you. Moving on. Anyone else? Then if there's nothing further for roundtable, I will declare the meeting adjourned. And we want to open it if there's anyone that wants to do some public speaking now. If not, then we're done. Thank you.
Short and sweet.